Hi friends! I have one more video for tonight. So my dear friend Ravenflower has put out 5 days ago, she put out a 2021 tag, and I have had a busy week, so I am finally getting around to it. If you don't know Ravenflower, you should. I will link her video below in the description so you can take part in this tag too if you'd like. So it's 6 questions, pretty simple. And here we go. Question number 1. Do you believe in the tradition of a New Year's resolution? If so, do you have one? So my answer to that is no and no. Now, for years and years and years and years, I did New Year's resolutions. But in my older age, I have discovered that that is just like giving me permission to break that rule. Yeah, it just sits out there waiting for me to put a kibosh to it. So I have stopped doing New Year's resolutions because, in my opinion, they just don't work. I don't find them to be very motivating at all. I find them to be very limiting, as a matter of fact. So, no, I don't do them anymore, and I don't have one for this year. Question number 2. Has 2020 revealed something that no longer serves you? Yes, my job. It's so funny to say that now, but I retired near the end of 2020. And I did that because there was so much going on. My job was changing. Personnel in the office were changing. The pandemic was in full swing. And then we had protests and, country uprising. And there was just so much going on. And it just got to the point where something had to give, and it was my job. I had to sit down and have a real good look, and the job really was not serving me anymore. It had been wonderful for many years, but with the personnel changes and other things that were happening within the office, it was no longer something I wanted to do, and it was no longer giving me the joy that it had given me before. And so I decided it was time for me to retire. And it was the best decision I ever made. I've been retired several months now, and it's been really a very good thing. So I think that I definitely gave up the right thing. Question number 3. What is something new you intend on adding to your practice this year? Well, it's not for anybody else. It's just for myself. But I have a very dear friend who is going to teach me how to make my own candles. Now, Ravenflower makes fantastic candles. Oh my gosh, her candles are so good, you guys. When she has a sale, you really need to show up over at Ravenflower Designs, which I will link that down below as well. That's on Facebook. Anyway, so candles, yes. I've done all kinds of other things in my witchy practice. I've made sage bundles or other types of bundles. I've made my own incense oils and brews and all of those good things, but I never made my own candles. So a friend of mine is going to teach me how to do that. So I'm very excited to learn how to make candles. So that's something new I'm adding to my practice, because of course they're going to be witchy candles. Question 4. What is your go-to for divination? Tarot, 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 tarot. For those of you who know me, I have well over 200 decks now. So yes, it is a passion. It's a love. And I'm just fully on in loving the tarot. Question number 5. To coven or not to coven? Actually, I say to not coven. So I have belonged to covens. I have been a solo practitioner and I have had my own coven. And I really prefer to be a solo practitioner. There is something to be said about having a coven. I had my own. It was a lot of work. It is. It's a lot of work and dedication. But if you're at a point in your life where you really love what you're doing and you're really into what you're doing, it doesn't feel like work. It's fun and it's joyous and it's wonderful. But I'm at an age, well, I was at an age many years ago where it just got to be too much because sometimes life does get in the way. I prefer it now being a solo practitioner, and then I can gather with my witchy friends for Sabbats or for moon rituals or, impromptu other rituals. We can gather whenever we want, and you don't have to worry about the intrinsic workings of a coven. So I'm definitely no coven. No coven. Question number 6. What is your highest hope for the new year? My highest hope for this new year is that we somehow manage to get some of our shit together. This has been coming for a long time, a very long time, and the top has just started to blow off. We have a lot of work in front of us, and I'm going to hope that some of that good work is done this year, and that some can get their shit together and their ducks in order so we can get on a more even keel. That is what my highest hope for this new year is. Anyway, there you have it. Those are the answers to the 6 questions. I would love to see your VRs if you choose to do one. I will link the questions and all of Ravenflower stuff down below for you. And yeah, I'm just sending you so much love. Mwah!